The first 4 episodes for X-Men 97 Season 2 are finally out, or I should say, Episode 4 is now out for X-Men 97 Season 2. If you guys have been checking the posts on my channel, I have said that I was on vacation last week, so I did miss out on the premiere of the first 3 episodes for X-Men 97 Season 2, but now that I've gotten around to see them, and now that I finished those first 3 episodes yesterday morning, and this morning we got the 4th episode, perfect timing I should say. So in this video, I'll be giving you guys my first 4 episodes review. But my thoughts about the first season of X-Men 97 is I really enjoyed it. I can't believe it's been 2 years since then, and now we got a second season with the same animation like the first season was season 2. Just the first season of X-Men 97 was so good, man. The team is awesome. Morph was one of my favorite characters from that season. I mean, the cameos that we got of Spider-Man, I mean, it was around the finale episodes, but like the cameos were awesome. The action was good. The animation is really good. I mean, it does look very much the same in this second season, but since it has been 2 years, it does look like they might have tweaked it up a little bit, but I can't really notice that because just it really does look the same. The really good animation that the first season had. The theme is just fantastic. I mean, X-Men 97 was a really good season, and I mean, I was excited for X-Men 97 season 2. So anyways, getting into my first reactions of X-Men 97 season 2. Like I said, I was on vacation, so a week later I finally got to see the first 3 episodes before the 4th came out today. And honestly, the first episode, really strong start. I mean, we ended off with what happens at the end of X-Men 97 season 1. Is there like an apocalypse timeline? We slowly start building to Apocalypse's character. We get to see Nathan Summers, Scott and Jean Grey's son. I mean, the first episode was really strong to me. I don't want to explain the whole episode. I just thought, some of the stuff that I said with Nathan Summers, that is more explained to him being Cable and stuff in later episodes, and like this time device that he has. The second episode, I won't say it's terrible by any means. I really do think it's because I saw this a week later. My excitement wasn't really there as it was going to be if I saw it the premiere day. Julie, or however you pronounce it, she's not one of my favorite X-Men characters. I mean, she's one of the newest characters. I mean, not newest, I mean, they brought her back for this show. I thought her fight scene in here after being released for a short period of time was awesome. I mean, it looked visually pretty good with this animation style. I never realized how short these episodes were when I finally got to see them. They were like 20 to 30 minutes long, and honestly I think that's really short for X-Men 97. So when you are watching these episodes, you can kind of tell like they are somewhat rushed, but like this whole entire show there is really good storytelling. I just think this episode of this new season so far was maybe the weakest of the bunch. And then we go on to episode 3 with the rise of Apocalypse, and I honestly thought this might be some of the best episodes yet. Part 1 and Part 2 of the Rise of Apocalypse are some really good episodes so far. In Part 2 of the Rise of Apocalypse, which we're not going to get into yet, but just the Part 2 of him being, this slave and the mother, that stuff I think is really going to kick in more in later episodes, maybe around the finale, because that storyline I saw from a few breakdowns is what could possibly help the X-Men beat Apocalypse, or at least stop him from his rampage on the present time or the future or the past time. I mean, we see how strong Xmen is, especially the fight with him and Magneto and some of our X-Men. He is so pretty strong, even when he gets all of his people on the horses, even the bodies grabbing some of Xmen's people to the ground and killing them, and he's just trying to like move with the horse to get out the way from him being grabbed. And then when they all get on top of him stacked, and he just like kills them all, breaks down that door, and just like the whole ending and stuff, like I think was really great. I mean, not Ramata, but it's like one of the princes there that Xmen was gonna kill. And then that gets us into episode 4, where we see Xmen laying on the ground with one of his people that are dead. He gets pretty pissed off and mad. Later on, he even finds like the X-Men symbol, and Charles Xavier explains to him about like mutants are trying to save the world and Xmen can be like them. Charles even tells him that his team is the X-Men, of course, and that he can basically join if he wanted to. This is before, he changed his mind later on. And then when they get inside of Ramatut's place that Charles Xavier lures them basically into after going to the mind of that place, Rogue realizes that this place is familiar. This is where Apocalypse will be in the future. So meanwhile, they figure that out. Bishop, Charles Xavier, and Ensabanur are together. And then where they get to the main place where Ensabanur will become Apocalypse, also remembers that this is the place from his future. And this is where he belongs. So then Charles Xavier tries to talk him out from being Apocalypse, which obviously doesn't work, and he becomes the big boy Apocalypse. And when I mean big, he is massive. He can change size. And I thought that fight with Magneto and a bit of Charles Xavier, even though Charles Xavier can't really convince him to stop or get into his head, that fight did go pretty long. Magneto's trying to put up shields, and Apocalypse using his different weapons like a drill to try and break the shield and try his best to kill him. Charles Xavier and Magneto realize that they can't really stop him, even if they tried their best to, so Apocalypse commands the ship to explode the city with not even an atom to be left. Then a black hole happens. Magneto gets a bunch of metal, wraps Apocalypse in it, sends him off away from the middle of the town where the black hole is happening. Magneto tries his best to stop, which he actually does stop the black hole from destroying the city. Then he wraps Charles up in metal, launches him far away too, like he did with Apocalypse. Then he stops it, it explodes, he gets launched. Charles and Magneto are on the sand. Charles trying to go up to Magneto to check if he's okay. Apocalypse comes up from the hill, grabs Magneto. Magneto and Charles have their last goodbye, saying that they're sorry. And then Apocalypse changes his weapon to like a blaster. We look through Charles' eyes as he sees Magneto being held up by his helmet by Apocalypse, and then boom, Apocalypse disintegrates Magneto. I will say a crazy scene of the episode. Apocalypse does let Charles Xavier live, and that's really all we do see of Apocalypse left in the episode. Apocalypse does mention to Charles Xavier that his X-Men friends will become his horsemen, which is obviously a tease of a Gambit return, possibly a Magneto return, because we didn't see like an actual body or blood really, because obviously he did disintegrate Magneto. And then that's when Apocalypse just kind of walks off. And then like the episode just ends. Some sad X-Men theme plays, and then I didn't even know there was a post-credit scene. No reports earlier that day said there was. So the post-credit scene opens up with Wolverine, where he's met by Captain America and Black Widow, which match their comic book looks. Captain America gives Wolverine the weapon X-File so he can get his adamantium back. And then Wolverine is going to try and get his old pals and buddies back together. And honestly, the episode ends right there. And honestly, these 4 episodes were really good, especially this 4th one. This season is looking to have a bunch of more action scenes that we haven't seen in the trailers. That big lineup team up with all the different teams like X-Force, X-Factor, and the X-Men. The episodes that are left for the 2nd season are going to be bangers, I bet. Now that we have the death of Magneto, Apocalypse destroying many cities and stuff like that, all the teams are going to have to group up together to fight this big threat. So honestly, if you guys have not already, if you guys did really enjoy this video or just like my thoughts about all the episodes that we have got so far, please hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you haven't already. Honestly, my rating on the first 4 episodes, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Just combined all together, I think an 8 out of 10. Let me know your guys' thoughts about X-Men 97 Season 2 so far. What are your guys' thoughts about the 4th latest episode? And I'll see you guys in the next one.